I'm tracking the latest details with the nor'easter, moderate to heavy snow, Maine into New England, also mixing with some rain along the mid-coast and a portion of down east. Take a look at that right now in the forecast. Periods of moderate to heavy snow today and tonight, ending tomorrow morning. Wet at the coast with mixing, so it's going to be not the powdery stuff at the coastline, okay? It's going to be very heavy, very wet. The fluffy, powdery snow is going to be farther inland, away from the center of the storm, away from that easterly wind that's going to bring that moisture from the Gulf of Maine onshore. So here's a look at the forecast in more detail for the next 10 days. It's the only place you can get a 10-day forecast for Maine, mountains, inland, the coast, right here every day on NappyCast. Mountains 10-day forecast. Light snow. The farther you're away from that center of the storm, the snow is light at best today. Western mountains, a lot more than North Country. 27 tomorrow, 24, then -4, 13-5 Friday. So we cool off. Right now, I'm keeping things mostly clear side, although we'll see about precip trends down the road, but holding off to the middle of next week for the best opportunity for another storm that can start to really work its way in. But right now, here we go. Inland, 29 today. It's all snow there. No mixing going on. 35 tomorrow, and then clearing out for Friday, Saturday. So we'll watch out about Thursday on the cloudy side. And then next week, there's an opportunity for some snow to come in. Right now, I have it in the moderate to light side, but we'll see here. I just put a map up on Facebook for the slight risk, 20 to 40% of an opportunity for some heavy snow next week. Right now, I've got rain and snow showers the coastline next week, but back it up today, snow and rain. So a little bit of light rain mixing in along the immediate southern coast. It's raining right now in the mid-coast towards down east. Back over to snow for everybody when the cold air pulls in from the north. That's going to be later on tonight. And then mid-30s, low 30s for the weekend clearing out. So that's the forecast there. Let's get to the maps. I want to show you the radar. Here's the last hour on radar. So I'm going to go ahead and show you where the storm is. The center of the storm still pretty far down to the south, okay? Here's your nor'easter. A nor'easter is simply nothing to do with the storm's strength, has to do with the wind from the northeast. So is this the strongest nor'easter? No, not even close. It's a pretty weak nor'easter by nor'easter standards, but you have eventually going to have a northeast wind, and that's why it's called a nor'easter. That's the only definition really for a nor'easter. Now, the heaviest snow is always on the northwest side of a nor'easter, the northwest side of the comma shape for the nor'easter. That's where you get the most lift in the atmosphere and the most instability. Right now that's happening over North Jersey, back towards New York, Western Mass, Northwest Connecticut. That's where you're going to see the heavy snow in the next few hours. However, let me go ahead and show you what's going on in Maine, because that's where most of my loyal followers and subscribers are. So in Maine right now, there was a hole around the southern coast that is now filled in with some light snow here towards Route 1 and 95, okay, in the turnpike. But you look here in Damascotta, Waldoboro, Lincolnville, Camden, there is some mixing going on according to the radar. And you're welcome to send in some reports to me on nappycast.com and on Facebook over towards MDI, Gouldsboro, Jonesport, okay? That's where you have the mixing going on from the wind out of the east and southeast right now, okay? Over towards Phippsburg, Harpswell, you're likely on the snow side, but very close. Okay, remember, this computer, this radar screen is taking an algorithm. It's trying to figure out where is there rain, where is there snow. Ground truth always wins there over the computer algorithm. Now, some heavier banding is setting up towards Augusta and Lewiston right now. That's a moderate band coming through Poland, Casco, and Naples. So that's where you have the snow starting to get it's going right there. Now, for down east, our friends here down east, never forget about our friends down east. Love down east Maine, Eastport, and Lubec over here. Right now saying that you've got enough cold air for snow, but watch out around Bar Harbor and MDI for some mixing going on. Topsfield, you've got a moderate band there of some snow. So right now, this is the first wave of the snow that's coming in. And up in the county, not a lot of heavy snow. However, Here, down towards Holton, there's a bit of a moderate to a heavier band coming through, but up in the North Woods and the Allagash, it's pretty light. I don't expect much more than an inch or so, especially up in the North Woods and the Allagash today. There'll be more towards Holton later on today, especially. So there's the radar check. Here's the satellite picture with temperatures. So temperatures, very important, clearly, anytime you're talking about snow. So here's a look at the temperatures where you have 40s. Remember, you've got the Gulf of Maine is sitting at 40 degrees, okay? So when you get that east and southeast wind, you're going to have a temperature above freezing. Very tough to have snow this time of the year with an east or southeast wind in the islands, the barrier islands, and along the coastline. So for, Penobscot Bay, heading down east, and the Midcoast, you're going to have rain mixing in. Now, the southern coast has got temperatures in the 20s because the wind there is more out of the northeast versus the east. So you're holding on to colder temperatures there. So right now the forecast is going to be more of snow here and more of rain here in the next several hours. Okay, it will not be all snow for all of Maine until the north wind really cranks up, northeast and north wind really cranks up, and you get that cold air to come down from Canada. That's what's going to be happening there. So you see where the temperature is there. Now, if you want to head farther south, it's very easy to see what's going on here. Let me get rid of this. You have temperatures here that are clearly in the 30s and 40s, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Long Island. So that's why you've got your rain and snow line going on there with the temperature and the wind, right? But eventually, this storm is going to take a track here, so it is going to pull some cold air down from the north here. Also, when you have a storm like this, on the northwest side, the storm is going to dynamically cool the atmosphere. The heavy snowflakes pull the cold air down to the ground. That's what happens in a nor'easter, which this is. So you're going to see heavy snow bands pulling cold air from way up in the sky down to ground level. So here is look at the northeast wind that is going to set up eventually. So right now it's an east wind and southeast wind, but eventually, watch what happens here. This turns into a northeast wind, and that's why it's a nor'easter. This is during the overnight tonight into Wednesday morning. So there's your nor'easter classification. We don't talk about that anymore. You get it. It's a nor'easter northeast wind. It's very simple, very plain. Now, in the hour-by-hour look at the snowfall and rain and snow line, notice here you've got the rain mid-coast and a portion of down east, the green, because of that east wind that I showed you. But on the back side of the storm, it's going to change over to snow. So let me show you this now hour by hour. This is midday today, say Casco Bay and the mid-coast, you got the green, but eventually, notice here, watch the blue take over. That's the snow that's taking over. But it's going to rain quite a bit on the mid-coast in Rockland, Camden, up towards Bar Harbor, Penobscot Bay before it changes over. That is why my forecast changed yesterday from a mostly snow event to rain from Casco Bay, southern coast quickly today, but then over to the rain is going to shift towards the mid-coast and Penobscot Bay. Quite a bit of rain coming there. Unless this storm tracks farther east. And right now, I don't see that. It looks to me like we're going to have quite a bit of rain mid-coast, Penobscot Bay, in the down east coastline for a little bit before it changes over. So that's the forecast. That was the update I put out yesterday. For snowfall amounts here, that's going to mean here on the northwest side of the comma shape, which is right here. Let me change this so you can see it better. Right here is going to be your bullseye for the snow. Right now, this model here is trending towards a foot of snow right here. Remember, I painted that bullseye yesterday of being several inches Sunday into Monday for being several inches. Well, this is where it's going to be in northwest York County, Cumberland County, southern Oxford. That's where you've got your bullseye of your heaviest snow because you're on the northwest side where all the snow is going to be falling the heaviest. There's going to be heavy banding, a tremendous amount of lift in the atmosphere on the northwest side of the comma shape, which is where you're going to have the atmosphere be very unstable. Could even see thunder snow. In nor'easters, you typically do see some pop-ups of clusters of thunder snow in the nor'easter because the storm is so strong. So the short range look at it shows the first wave of the precip coming through right now, light to moderate. But then here, as the storm is going to pull away, you're going to see here another round of snow come through. This is going to be later this evening, another round of snow, mostly in southern Maine. This is a southern Maine, York County, southern Oxford, Cumberland, Androscoggin. This is really, that's the type of storm you're talking about here for the heaviest snow. So I thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch for free, every day I do a forecast on nappycast.com. You can click on the Maine forecast, the Maine weather forecast. Every day I do a forecast for free for Maine. I also do one for subscribers. That's this long form video I'm doing right now. And that is up every day for subscribers. But today I'm making it free for everyone. You can also follow along on Facebook. We just hit 50,000 loyal followers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and being here. It's a really great to have such a positive community where everyone here is locked in and ready for snow this winter and rain and ice and everything. I know you can love it or hate it, but it's Maine, it's winter time. Mother Nature's going to do what Mother Nature wants to do.